Welcome to the latest episode of The Federal's Quarterly Wise, a weekly video show that looks in detail at trending international issues. The return to Dhaka from self exile of Tarique Rahman, the acting chairman of Bangladesh Nationalist Party, has attracted much attention worldwide and in India. Rahman's return comes at a crucial juncture for Bangladesh as it struggles to stabilize after the August 2024 student uprising that saw the ouster of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Rahman's arrival in Bangladesh also has direct implications for India and the rest of South Asia. To understand what this means for Bangladesh, India, and the rest of the South Asian region, we have with us the Federal's consulting editor, K.S. Dakshina Murthy, who closely tracks international relations. Welcome, sir. Sir, my first and foremost, the question is that will the return of Tariq Rahman help India-Bangladesh ties?
Um, it's actually, kind of a silver lining that is cropped up in otherwise a gray horizon, because
Right.
things between the situation between India and Bangladesh was heading from bad to worse, and it seemed to be actually, frankly, heading nowhere. So whether Tariq Rahman's entry into or return to Bangladesh will have an impact, we have to see. But on the face of it, or prima facie, it will make a difference, because the BNP, the Bangladesh Nationalist Party,
Yeah.
though it has never been so close to India, in the current circumstances, Tariq Rahman's return seems to uh, provide some kind of a hope that there can be some element of evenness that can return. Because what is happening today is, after Sheikh Hasina's exit,
Yeah.
Bangladesh has been struggling in a kind of a vacuum, because if you look at Mohammed Yunus, he's a
Mhm.
interim administrator. So the whole arrangement is interim. It's neither here nor there. It's an unelected regime. And then you
Right.
also have the students and the other opposition parties, particularly the right wing conservatives, who have
Mhm.
historically been anti-India. And all of them put together have
Mhm.
become very powerful today in a vacuum. And there
Mhm.
is no formal political party, a secular, a pro-Bangladesh secular party that was, in the reckoning for with Awami League being banned and Sheikh
Right.
Hasina out of Bangladesh. It looked pretty bleak. So Tariq
Mhm.
Rahman's return, from that point of view, definitely gives a lot of hope and optimism. And as far as India-Bangladesh ties are concerned, it's hopefully, one can just say, hopefully it will make a big difference.
Right. Like you mentioned that India had never been close to the BNP like it was with the Awami League. Can New Delhi utilize the current opportunity to sort out tensions with Bangladesh? There's been so much going on.
Yes, so it requires definitely, India cannot take Bangladesh for granted. It definitely
Right.
cannot take Tariq Rahman or the Bangladesh Nationalist Party for granted. It has to handle the situation very carefully. Now,
Right.
if you look at the existing situation, Tariq Rahman has arrived in Bangladesh, and
Mhm.
elections are scheduled for February 12th. Now, point is, the BNP has to win the elections. Okay.
Right.
Now, there are surveys that have been done, and it has been quoted in India and the world media, that Tariq Rahman is the front runner, and chances are that the BNP will return to power. Now, if
Right.
that happens, then Tariq Rahman's entry will make even a bigger change. And
Right.
and what India needs to do, and what India will have to do, is, first of all, erase much of the misunderstandings and that element, subterranean element of animosity with the BNP, or Tariq Rahman in particular, and
Right.
try to be more practical. Because if you look at the statements made by Tariq Rahman on his return from Bangladesh, he has
Yeah.
very clearly said that he is for Bangladesh first. He is
Right.
going to act in the interest of Bangladesh. And,
Mhm.
so when you look at it from that point of view, India should be aware that, that this is how it's going to be. So there has to
Right.
be a certain element of give and take that India will have to do in terms of the water sharing, You have the Ganges water sharing treaty that's going to come to an end next year. The current
Right.
agreement. So there has to be, some kind of a give and take when it is renewed, and India should show itself to be accommodative. In
Right.
which case, it will be easier for Tarique Rahman to also reciprocate and, in that sense, bring the relationship to an even keel. So it's a lot of diplomatic work still needs to be done if Tarique
Right.
Rahman returns to power.
Right. On the same lines, we also see that the presence of Sheikh Hasina in India is bound to be a sticking point. Will Rahman pressure New Delhi to give her up?
Well, this is going to be, the big question mark because personally, Tariq Rahman and Sheikh Hasina can't stand each other. In fact, Tariq Rahman fled Dhaka, and he didn't flee. He left Dhaka and went into self-exile in London. It was because of a certain kind of charges, money laundering charges that were foisted on him. And
Right.
there was also an issue about, there was a attack on the Awami League leadership, including Sheikh Hasina. She escaped that bomb blast that
Yeah.
happened earlier. So in which Tariq Rahman was implicated. So, uh, you know, given this kind of a context, Tariq Rahman felt it was in his own safety that he should not be in the country. And that is the reason why he has been away from Bangladesh for nearly 17 years. Okay, and he
Right.
has returned. Now
Mm.
he's been able to return also because the courts have now dismissed the charges against him, both as far as those money laundering charges are concerned and the accusations of the against him regarding the bomb attack on the Awami League leadership. So
Mhm.
the personal relationship between Tariq Rahman and Sheikh Hasina not very good. Now,
Mm.
when Tariq Rahman becomes if the BNP wins and he takes over, the country's leadership,
Yeah.
this is going to be $1 million question. Is he going to insist that Sheikh Hasina be repatriated back to Bangladesh, or is he going to give a wide berth to Sheikh Hasina and allow India to have her? Now, this is $1 million question. And
Right.
this, in fact, frankly speaking, at this point in time, there are no easy answers to this question.
Right, right. But we can see that there's a lot of expectations from the acting chairman of the BNP to restore normalcy in Bangladesh. Do you think he'll be able to fulfill these expectations?
Well, this is something that is, in fact, very crucial for Bangladesh. In fact, if you see his first round of statements that he's made since his arrival in Dhaka, he has very categorically said that Bangladesh is for all religions, for people who follow all religions, Islam, Buddhism, Hindu,
Right,
Christianity, etc. So that is a very good sign, because what
right,
it basically shows is that the BNP is committed to a secular Bangladesh and carry forward the promises of that were made during the time when Bangladesh was created,
right.
because Bangladesh has constantly been, in danger of slipping into some kind of a right-wing, conservative, fundamentalist, into the grip of these fundamentalists. And the BNP in the past was in power in alliance with the Jamaat. The Jamaat Islami, incidentally, was a political formation that was pro-Pakistan, and it was really not very
Hmm.
much for for the creation of Bangladesh. So there is an issue there. So that is, in fact, one of the reasons why in the past the BNP Jamaat coalition did not get along well with India. So now in the current situation, if the BNP comes to power on its own, then one can be sure that there will be an element of secular politics that will be practiced in Bangladesh. It will be a relief for all the minorities in Bangladesh, including Hindus, Christians, Buddhists, etc. So Tariq Rahman has also made that very clear in his opening statement when he landed in Dhaka. So it will definitely be, it is going to douse some of this highly charged kind of atmosphere you see today with at least a couple of Hindus being killed, etc., etc. The situation
Right.
is not that great, but he will apply that balm, that secular balm on
Mhm.
Bangladesh will be good. I mean,
Right.
definitely. Yes.
Right. So, lastly, my question to you is that since the ouster of Sheikh Hasina last August, Bangladesh has moved closer to Pakistan, like you were also mentioning. Will Rahman carry forward this newfound alignment with Islamabad?
The BNP, incidentally, was always inclined to be with, to have a relationship with Pakistan. See, unlike the Awami League, okay, the
Mhm.
Awami League was, not very friendly to Pakistan. So, in that sense, the BNP and Tarique Rahman will continue to have a relationship with Pakistan. Because,
Yeah.
but now, if you see now, right now
Mhm.
as we speak, what you see is that Bangladesh has become really close to Pakistan. In this vacuum that we see now after the post-Sheikh Hasina situation, where there is
Right.
also a lot of anti-India feeling in Bangladesh because India is so much of a supporter of Sheikh Hasina. This
Right.
anti-India feeling has translated into a kind of a very, very strong pro-Pakistan mood in Bangladesh. So much so that there are, in fact, there's a new axis that is coming up, has already come up between Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Turkey. And China is, of course, very much in the picture. And China is closer to Pakistan than to India. So even China is part of that. So from that point of view, if you
Mhm.
see, if Tariq Rahman comes, he may, even if the BNP does not, stop relationship with Pakistan and continues its ties with Pakistan, if it opens the door for India and there is some kind of a reconciliation and a better relationship between
Right.
India and Bangladesh, to that extent, it will neutralize Pakistan's hold over Bangladesh, which is the situation as of now. So, in that sense, I think what Tariq Rahman would do is he will not cut off ties with Pakistan. But if he has ties with both India and Pakistan, even that would be better than the situation that exists as of today.
Right. Thank you so much for talking to us, sir.
Thank you.